Hi, I'm Chris Kepler, and welcome to Introduction to Voice Acting. I'm going to be your guide for the next 2 hours while we explore the voiceover industry and what a career in voiceover can be like. We're going to touch on the high points of voiceover, including what voiceover is and the different kinds there are, trends in the industry. We'll work on some scripts I brought. We'll do a recording exercise and voice evaluation. We'll talk about what you need to do to pursue a voiceover career. This is an introductory class, so we won't go into detail about any particular voiceover topic. Voiceover is an art and a business, and it takes time to develop both your art and your business. There is a lot to learn to understand the art and business of voiceover, and 2 hours is way too short a time to do either in depth. Please ask questions as we go, especially if you don't understand something I said. If questions begin to take up too much time, I may consolidate them and answer at the end of class. I want to have enough time for the recordings and providing basic information. Just a bit about me. I came to voiceover with an acting and singing background. I have training in opera and musical theater, which is a plus for voiceover work. I use my singing training every time I step in front of my mic. In fact, I continue to work in voiceover because it combines my love of singing and acting. No better combination for me. I love storytelling too, so I naturally gravitated toward narration work. My experience includes over 42 audiobooks narrated, produced, and published to Audible, numerous e-learning voiceovers, including accounting and software tutorials, and video sales letters. I've lent my voice to characters in stories on the Amazon Rapids app, Amazon Storytime, and video games. I enjoy helping people. So that's why I'm here teaching the class for Voices for All. Voices for All is an acting school focused on the voice, and they offer an intense higher level class after this one, a master class to give you training to begin a voiceover career. Voiceover is so specialized, I began with classes from voiceover coaches, even though I had over 10 years of stage, film acting, and singing experience. That's how specialized voiceover or voice acting is. I continue to act on stage and screen, and I even started my own podcast. Let's dive right in and listen to a couple voiceover demos. After we listen to the demos, let's discuss the pros and cons of each. Okay, what did you think about demo number 1? How about demo number 2? Let's move on to voiceover categories. How many do you think they are? Commercials, yes, that's the most well-known. Cartoons, that's a very specialized category. How about animation and anime? Video games. How about narration? Narration includes audiobooks, e-learning, one of my favorites, and corporate videos. Before we get too deep into this, let's define voiceover. It's a voice recorded over a bit of music, special effects, or video. There's also dry voiceover, just the voice which you find in audiobooks and e-learning most often. The two major categories of VO are commercials, focused on selling the emotional level, and narration, focused on telling on an intellectual level. What type do you think is most common? Since you hear commercial voiceover more often as a consumer, you might think it's more common. It isn't. Narration is the most common type of voiceover. In fact, it's said over 90% of voiceover jobs are narration. That's right, commercial voiceover is less than 10% of voiceover work. Narration is my favorite, especially audiobooks and e-learning. I have an agent and do audition for commercial work, but I think the most interesting and fun voiceover work is narrative. Let's go through some subcategories of narration. Let me know if you think we missed any. Audiobooks are an exploding category with 50% of Americans having now listened to an audiobook. They are also huge projects and many hours in front of the mic and computer for even just a 3-hour book. E-learning is expanding with mobile learning, making it easy for people to listen and learn anywhere they are. It's one of my favorites since I learn while I narrate. Voicemail and telephone automation systems are considered a narration category and a popular one. Many businesses want that special voice for their customer messages. Explainer and self-help video voiceover. These can be fun. I've been the voice of a dog trainer, among other things. There are production companies whose only business is these. Meditation and relaxation. This is a popular subject which lends itself to voiceover. It requires a special slow approach and cadence to learn to properly voice it.